Hey, welcome to episode number 144 of the Ask Vishwanath show. It's a beautiful Sunday afternoon. I hope you're having a great time wherever you are enjoying your weekend. And in today's episode, we speak about who is the greatest cheater? Who is the greatest cheater, the liar in this world? What does Krishna say?
You ask questions and I answer them. This is the Ask Sri Vishwanath show.
Alright, so today's question is from Reena, and Reena asks, during my meditation, what's the most important aspect I should focus on and observe and pay attention to? What is the most important aspect? And that's a beautiful question, Reena, It's really a wonderful question. Very few people ask that. Because most people are interested in how to do meditation and how to do this and how. But you asked a very important question. And that's really good. Alright, so Krishna says, the earth, the air, the fire, the space, the water, the ego, the mind, the intellect, know that to be my eightfold distinctive nature. That is my lower nature, my higher nature. Know it to be other than that. That is what, O Arjuna, fills up the entire universe. So very wonderful. So, and all these five elements which make up, every single thing in this world, the earth, air, fire, space, water, and the ego, the mind, the intellect. The ego is the sattvic guna, the rajas guna, and tamas guna. And, the body, mind, intellect, they all form my lower nature, because these are just the container, the cover. And my higher nature is known to be other than that, which is nothing but a consciousness. Very important. So, what is the lower nature? The lower nature is the container, and we always identify with the container. That's why in meditation, the most important thing to ask is, where, we know this is Maya, right? The container. So the important question to ask is, where is Maya? You see, where is Maya? Because when you ask where is Maya, immediately you're acknowledging that there's Maya. So where is the Maya? So the Maya is the container. The Maya is in your eyes. You see, the Maya is in your ears, the Maya is in your nose, the Maya is in your hands. We saw earlier that anything that you see twice, it becomes Maya because it appears as real. Anything that you see twice, see anything twice, and you will develop an attachment, because Krishna says that's spiritual law number 2. Attachment to objects develop when the mind ponders over it. Out of attachment develops craving, out of craving wrath, or wrath delusion. When this happens, memory fails. Memory meaning consciousness, intelligence perishes, destruction reigns. What does that mean? It means in the moment your eye sees anything twice, it will start believing it to be real, because an attachment to that will develop. Why? Because that's the nature of the mind going out. You see, you can either put the mind out or put the mind in. When you're putting it out, you have to be very careful with no one in this earth. Just about a handful of people are, they have the, awareness at that level. But whenever you put your mind out and you see anything twice, you get attached to it. You take anything, and that's just because the nature of the, the world, the mind, the moment it goes out and touches the aspects of the world through the eyes, ears, nose, that's what. And so that's what the great ones, they say, they just see once and they get out of it. Because they only observe what is really important. So if it's a important thing, just go and do it. Obviously, you've got to see it 10 times. So it's not like you see it once and run away. The idea is, what I'm talking. Things like, which you get attracted towards, right? So Maya is in your eyes. It's cheating you every single day. It's the greatest cheater, is the greatest liar. Yours. Whenever you want to listen to something and you're in doubt, you want to listen to those things which you really are thinking, not what is the truth. No one wants to listen to the truth. They want to listen to what they are thinking, their own interpretation and analysis. You see, the ears is a cheater, is a liar if you're not aware. The eyes are a cheater, a liar. Your nose. Many people have this, because all human beings are all from animals. There's so many people who just can't stop smelling the things which they should not be smelling. Because we all come from the We have evolved from the animal. We can't just get out of this ears, eyes, nose. These, Maya is situated in the eyes, the ears, the nose, the mouth, the hands. You see, anything that you touch twice, pamper your body about a couple of seconds, and you'll get attached to this body very soon. But if you're doing something higher, you will not even notice that you're a body. It's like the thought disappears, body, mind, and intellect also. The wave disappears, the ocean disappears. So, in meditation, where is Maya? So, you should know that. That's really interesting, because when you write, your awareness will increase 100-fold. You'll be able to catch it. It's like, oh, this thing is deluding me. It's like you go to a bar, the environment there is deluding you. You stay there for 5 minutes and you're caught up. Your eyes, ears, nose are deluded already, because you're seeing, hearing, touching many things, and that appears as real, and you feel that, oh, you're enjoying or whatever it is. You do anything. A man watches a beautiful woman, or a woman goes shopping. All those things doesn't mean that you should not shop, or you should not make love, or doesn't mean that you should not go to a bar, or whatever it is that you're doing. But you get the point. What I'm saying is, people just don't understand why they are doing all these things, because they're doing it because of their gunas. You see, the gunas within you is what is cheating you through the eyes, ears, nose. These are the sensory perceptions. Very, very important. Because here's the thing. Now, I'm putting a challenge to even the greatest people. How many people on earth have the power to remove their eyes after the first glance on an attractive thing? Just a handful of people would be there. Because most people will talk big, big things, but they just do not have that power to withdraw the guna, to just take away the glance. Because they think it's beautiful, and they just don't have the power, because they don't understand that anything that you see, hear, touch, or smell, or whatever it is that you're doing, thoughts, action, is because of the gunas. Krishna says in spiritual law number 3, works on all sides are done by the conscience of Prakriti. He who is deluded thinks I am the agent. So it's because of the gunas that you are seeing. And so if the gunas are making you see, the gunas are making you hear, and that's what you understand when Maya. You've got to get the discriminatory power. And as you increase in that awareness during meditation, a lot of great things will happen. Because people just don't have that power. So here's what you have to do. All that people are doing is, and I want you to write this down, they are involved in this world. This world is a world of likes and dislikes. So someone likes to drink, they go and drink and they say it's beautiful. Someone wants to, date, they just go and say this is the most beautiful thing. Someone wants to go to space, they want to go and do everything. People go and do what? It's a world of likes and dislikes, and that is why people are completely deluded. I said, whereas the reality is great ones. This is the ignorant people, and all this is happening because of gunas, not because you like or dislike, because the gunas are making you like or dislike something. And the great ones, they live in a world of real and unreal. So they're always discriminating. Where is Maya? Okay, this is. So they are withdrawing their gunas. So step 1 is come back to the shore. Very, very important. Very, very important. Come back to the shore. And when you come back to the shore, you get the step 2 is destroy thinking, which is you destroy the gunas. And then step 3 is manifest karma. That means allow all the wonderful things of your karma to happen to you. Very, very important. So in meditation, you should be looking at your thinking as likes and dislikes. And the real thing is real and unreal. That is what you should understand. So the first step is to get back to the shore. And people just don't know how to get back to the shore because they have never got back. And only when you get back to shore, you can destroy thinking, you can destroy the gunas. And when you destroy the gunas, all the urges will disappear. Because you see, very, very important. Now, so going back to the shore is very, very important. Because you got to understand that indulgence and suppression both does not destroy the gunas. So someone will say, okay, I'm not do this. Suppression is not going to work. Neither is indulgence going to, reduce the, is going to destroy the gunas, because the gunas will keep. The more you indulge, the more you want it. And the more you suppress, the more the urge will increase. So both indulgence and suppression through the senses cannot destroy the gunas. Very important. I want you to write down. So indulgence and suppression will not. the most easiest and the most wonderful thing is going back to the shore. Why? Because you are the consciousness. You are not the eyes, ears, nose, smell. All those things are through the gunas it's making you see. If you put 10 people in a road and ask them to see, everyone will be seeing differently. Why? Because your eyes are not seeing. It's your gunas are seeing. Your gunas are touching. Your gunas are hearing. Very, very important. And that is the secret. And so when you come back to the shore, you can, step 2 is destroy thinking, and step 3 is manifest dharma. So indulgence and suppression does not, every people are just indulging. And here's the thing, many people say that, God has given us this hands, ears, nose. I want to tell that is bullshit. Even great authors have said, God has given us this eyes, ears, nose. That is nonsense because you're spiritual. I want to tell you right on your face because I know 8 out of 10 will not, get the benefit of it. But those who listen, get it. And when you get it, you really, really get it. So here's the law. Krishna says, the Lord God neither creates objects of the world, nor the agents, nor contact with them. Rather, the nature of the thing operates. This verse in the Bhagavad Gita is what most of the people don't accept in our. That God neither creates objects of the world, anything, all the manifestation. God neither creates objects of the world, nor the agents, which is the gunas, nor attachment of the agents to the object. Rather, the nature of the thing operates. So Krishna says, I do not create the objects of the world, nor the agents, the gunas. So both the script and the gunas, I don't create. Rather, the nature of the thing operates. What is nature? That is called as prakriti, which means the world, the lower nature. It's just the nature of the thing operates, like the nature of the snake is to bite. You got to understand that these two, God only created the consciousness. All this is a cover-up. The script is your creation. The gunas is your creation. God only gave you the consciousness. He did not give you this urge for doing all that thing, all the gunas, the tamas, rajas, all those things were developed by you through reaction as time passed by. You were just given the consciousness earlier and the script. And the script was that. And this script and gunas, that's why they say is unreal. Because the consciousness is the only real thing. Because this is what happens when the script and the gunas, they just go away. Because all that remains in the end is the consciousness. So don't think that God has given you all these things. All this is your creation, the gunas and the script. That is why I am alive, that's why you are alive. Because I have gunas, I have script. You have gunas, you have script. Otherwise, there's no reason for us to form even an image, mold. You see, why should we be alive today? That's the single most important question. To do good to the world and all that is nonsense. We are alive because we have gunas, which is making us do things because we have script. And from the gunas came the script. So the script is being executed doing the guna. So always remember, God only gave the conscious and not all. All this is human. People want to indulge in excess love, in drinking, and all those things. In every single activity that they want to do is all about likes and dislikes. And they say God gave us all these things to enjoy. God clearly, Krishna has said, I am not concerned because it is the nature of the thing of it. It's the nature of the eyes to get deluded when you put your mind out. You see, God has got nothing to do with it. He's giving you the consciousness and He's giving you, it's just like someone gave you a computer. If you go and watch horrible things, stupid things, whose fault is it? It's your nature because that's the nature of the thinking mind when it goes out. God has only given you the consciousness. That is what is His real nature. That is your real nature. All these things are developed by you. And so I want to get this very clear. Even some of the most very expert authors make that, look, you got to enjoy and all that is nonsense. And I'm not saying that you suppress it, which is again, you can't destroy nothing, you indulge. You just got to come back to the shore. And when you do that, you get destroyed. Because when you come back to the shore, here's what happens. When you withdraw the gunas, what happens? The urge gets destroyed. And if there's no urge, there is no need. You will never get a thought. You see, people just don't understand. That's why people make all these things called contraceptive, all these things of drugs and all that stuff, just to satisfy the urge. So people are not looking at trying to withdraw the guna because they just don't want to do it because they have no idea whatever. They are trying to cover up the urge so that they don't get into responsibility. What nonsense is that? Then they give it saying, okay, they're helping the world and all. What nonsense are people, it's total chaotic situation. It's a simple process where the urge comes because of the gunas. And so all you got to do is train. And it might not happen in a day, but let it not happen. People, go to space, it takes 30, 50, 60 years. Let this take 1 year, 2 years, 3 years. What does it matter? But this is any urge, any thinking in you is because of the gunas. When you withdraw the gunas, that urge disappears. The thinking disappears. And that's step 1, getting back to the show. Step 2 is destroy thinking. So very, very important that you do this. I want to give you an exercise. Let's say you're taking a dog with you outside, right? Taking it for a walk, and then you put a collar to it, and then you take it. You don't just leave it because it can go anywhere, and maybe it can even bite someone or whatever it is, right? So, be in meditation, you're taking a dog, putting the collar in it, just because you don't want it to go anywhere. And you have control over it. It's some control over it, right? And, people, otherwise it will go out wherever you want and you'll be in trouble, or it might even bite someone or something like that. So, the same thing is with your gunas. When you put, just like the dog, when you take it out, when your mind, you put it out. When your mind is in, when you come back to the show, there's no danger, obviously, because there's no gunas, you're destroyed. When your mind is out, you have to put a collar to it, which is nothing but, whenever you put your mind out, you have to first come back to the show, destroy thinking, which is withdraw the gunas. And then you got to put your mind out and do whatever it is that you've done, and then great work will be done. That's why Krishna says, with the senses control, mind control, he, and it means a consciousness who commences the yoga of action with the organs of action, wins serenity. So if you come back to show, you destroy thinking, withdraw the gunas, then you put your mind out, you can accomplish all beautiful things, and it will be very wonderful things you'll be able to accomplish. So both you will be able to get the benefit of happiness as well as the greatness of success which you want. So both happiness and success will fall in your lap, and it will be really a wonderful thing. So that's what I want you to achieve in meditation. I hope I answered your question, Reena. You keep asking questions and I keep answering it.